You pull God into it, like that somehow makes it all right.
I don't know the answer. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is ridiculous.
The idea, Homo erectus. You ever heard that term?
Yes.
Only a godless scientist will come up with some filthy term like that, taking two filthy words and putting them together. I don't want some erect homosexual running around.
No, that's not at all. That's not what it's in reference to. It's in reference to human beings. All right, now, Mr. Davis has brought with him a creationist teaching video that he's gotten in hot water for showing you one of his classes. Now, let's take a look at this.
So what did you learn in school today, Ben?
We learned about atoms.
And what did you learn?
That they make up everything in the world. They're made out of 3 different parts. Protons, neutrons, and electrons.
Ben, your teacher was right about some things. Atoms do make up everything in the world. But your teacher was wrong about what those 3 things are. And those 3 things are the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
But that's not what the teacher said.
Ben, where do we find God in the world?
Everywhere.
So how could he not be in the atom?
I guess teacher doesn't know everything.
Ben, there's only one person that knows everything.
But Jesus, that means you're in the atom too.
All right. Dan, what do you think of the video?
I thought it was disgusting.
Why?
You've got Jesus in there talking science, and I mean, come on, this is just laughable.
And he's completely taking apart, atomic theory, basically, saying that it's all about God. How do you respond to that, Jerry?
How do we know that atoms aren't tiny angels?
What?
And that's why they're so powerful. That's why atomic bombs are so powerful. And people get radiation sickness because they get too much of love in them. Jesus' love in them. These are things that we can explore through a creationist's eyes instead of through a heathen eye.
Wait. Well, look into a microscope. See if you see any little wings and some halos floating around. There's nothing there. They're atoms, for crying out loud.
I don't know what angels look like any more than you do.
We have with us here a quote from the song Damn the Preacher that Dave Kong wrote and used to perform with his band Sin. Now let's take a look at that. Mr. Kong's song lyrics read, I'm quoting here, "Damn the preacher, burn him, roast him, cook him, stomp him like a hog. He's no teacher, just a dog. Damn the preacher. I want to see him burn in hell."
You wrote that?
I did write that.
Now, Jerry.
Why do you refer to hell if you don't believe it?
I never saw Sin on any of the Billboard charts, so I think that somebody is angry at God for being a sucky band.
Is there any truth to that?
Well, we might have sucked. That's entirely possible.
Maybe the power of prayer might have gotten you to the top of the charts.
I completely doubt that. You know, basically,
You named your band Sin with a snake on it. What kind of nonsense is that? Why does he want to stomp on me like a hog? You know, I don't wish bad things for you, except that you go to hell and burn forever if you don't.
All right, coming up, religion in public, Christianity or Christy insanity.
My group has come up with something called the crucifix-a-thong, and it teaches young girls that it's what's underneath that really counts.
More Crossballs when we return. Welcome back. Tonight's topic, religion in America. With us now via satellite is a lawyer who's been very active in the field of religious harassment, Matthew Leeds. Are we praying or being preyed upon? Matthew.
Let's talk about the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right.
Under God? No, I'm not under God. I'm one nation under Canada. That's something I can see. I can't see God. I can see Canada. I can see that we're under Canada. Okay? I don't want to have to say under God in that part of the pledge. When I get to that part of the Pledge of Allegiance, it should remain silent. Or people should be able to fill in their own belief. One nation, staying fit. One nation, keeping it real. One nation, go Nets. Something tangible.
Michael, what do you think about that, removing God from...
People are trying to deny the fact that we're a Christian nation, founded by Christian fathers that had the foresight and the forethought to write this most wonderful Constitution.
Forethought, the forefathers, the foreskin, the fore whatever, okay? Let me tell you about our forefathers. Our forefathers were stupid, okay?
God bless you.
Matthew.
Don't God bless me. God bless you. Do not God bless me.
Matthew,
I do not accept your God blessing. You might as well say Easter bunny bless me.
All right, Matthew, you're trying to come up with a new rating system, isn't that right?
That's not far enough, even the warning. We need a 5-second delay on all live sporting and awards events because so many of these actors and athletes feel they have to thank God after everything they win. We need to bleep that out. That's why we need a 5-second delay. We need to bleep that out. I don't want to hear you thanking God. And frankly, when athletes thank God, it's an insult to coaches everywhere. The coaches made you win, not God.
Michael, you just said that's a freedom of expression, isn't it?
Freedom of expression in this country still.
Yeah.
All right, then can the athletes say, "Hey, we won the game because I f***ing good last night"?
Hey, all right.
Freedom of expression. Freedom of expression, Chris.
Please. Yeah.
Freedom of expression, Chris. That's equally as offensive to me. Him forcing his God in my face. And believe me, God does not like Halle Berry's acting.
That's subjective. All right, now look, what are you saying? That's completely ridiculous. And please, Matthew, if you can just refrain from swearing on the show as much as possible.
If he refrains from saying God, I will refrain from swearing. Every time he says God, I will swear.
But you actually are trying to remove people from saying God as a curse?
It perturbs me when people curse using an authority that doesn't exist. It doesn't make sense. God damn. If you're going to say something, say... use a real authority. Say cop damn, police damn. If you're going to say something about someone going to hell, hell doesn't exist. Say something that exists. Go to prison cell. That makes sense.
Answer this question. Does that make any... Someone says replaces go to hell with some other phrase. How do you feel about that?
It doesn't bother me a bit. It's nonsensical.
Well, I wish you would go to prison cell.
Oh, come on, Matthew. Matthew, I'm going to have to ask you, stop picking on him, please. All right, we've got to move on. Next issue. I understand you're currently representing a child who you claim was the subject of religious harassment at his school.
These kids, they only know one German word. What is it? Gesundheit. So when someone sneezes and says, saying God bless you, they say Gesundheit. These Jewish kids do not want to hear some Nazi command barked at them when they're in a moment of weakness. If they fall, you're going to say, Raus, Juden, Raus!
If it was left up to you, we wouldn't even communicate anymore.
No, I just want you to stop blessing me, sir.
It's nonsensical.
Why don't you answer the Gesundheit comment? You can't answer any comments. You just have your prepared little speeches. Answer my Gesundheit accusation, mullet man.
Yeah, I will. There is an old joke that says when somebody sneezes, a religionist person just says God bless you, an atheist hands you a Kleenex.
Yes, thank you. Exactly.
We got to move on. Coming up, what do we get when we Google God? Stay tuned. On the next Crossballs. Does the world need fat people?
Fat people are jolly. We have great laughs.
Feel right?
Welcome back. Tonight's topic, religion in America. Joining us now via satellite is the head of spiritual initiatives, Mary Mueller. Now, you've been working on a controversial new project to determine the nature of God. Tell us a little bit about that.
We created a website designed to intake information from all religions to shed light on exactly who or what God is. And we called this website Godster.
All right, now we actually have some images taken from your Godster website.
Well, it was designed to create a God that everyone can finally agree on. And it started really beautifully. I mean, religious scholars gave this God tenets of Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism. As a result, the computer was able to give this new God the positive attributes of all religions. This God had the kindness of Buddha, the forgiveness of Christ, and the wisdom of Vishnu. Now, as you can see, these new attributes formed a new physical image of God.
All right, now, Michael, in your opinion, is this a valid way to determine the nature of God?
No, not at all.
Why not?
It's nonsensical. You know, most religions believe that they are the true religion, you know? So,
so swirling them all together doesn't make any sense to you?
It's just like the wars that religion has caused throughout the centuries. It's not going to happen right now.
Now, after the site had been up for quite a while, gathering more and more information, all of a sudden it exploded in popularity, and we couldn't have been more pleased. The site had become more popular specifically with 14-year-old boys. This is the perfect picture of God now, according to the people using the site most often. As you can see, this God has propeller nipples. It has a flat head on which to put a beer. And it is, in general, a very hot lady. God suddenly got huge, life-giving breasts and Doberman heads for hands. It eats cars and wields its powerful laser with a mighty fist.
I don't even feel like I need to ask. Michael, is this an accurate representation of who God really is?
It's not even a good video game.
No.
It's a move forward, though. Don't you agree that this is a move forward?
No,
that this is an opportunity to find out what people want from God and to give it to them?
It's not what people want.
All right, we got to go. We'll see you next time when more experts get caught between the crossballs. Good night.